this is Deanna. Welcome to my channel. I am back this morning in my craft room just making something fun. I thought I would make a little 3x3 mini album out of one piece of 12x12 paper, plus the cover is chipboard and just some scraps. That is it. So this is what it's going to look like, and I thought this would be so cute, birthday themed. So that's why I decided to make another one and do birthday themed. And this is what it looks like. And all you're going to do is use a seam binding for your enclosure. And look, you end up with a little mini album. I've cut out the notches out of the top. This is like the middle part. I could have left this one open here, but I chose not to. And then here we go. That's what it ends up looking like. So we have multiple pages in here. And you don't even have to notch these out if you don't want to. In fact, on this one, I think I might not. I don't know. But anyway, that's what it will look like. And I did use some chipboard for the cover. Okay, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score my paper. Make sure your paper is 12x12 exactly, okay? Because you want to make sure that everything lines up for your book. So now that I've got my 12x12, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score it 3 inches. I'm going to go score at 6 inches, and I'm going to score at 9 inches, okay? Flip it around, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to score at 3, and then at 6, and over there at 9. And that's it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold on my score lines, making sure that my score lines are nice and crispy. And one more. Get that nicely. I'm going to go ahead and fold. Here, and then fold on my last one. There we go. So there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to use this white side. It's easier for me to see the score line. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to cut starting at the bottom. Okay, I can see my score line, and I'm going to cut in the center of my score line very carefully. I'm going to cut, try to stay in the center. I'm going to cut all the way up to the 3-inch score line. Okay, and when you get up to that 3 inches, cut, stop right there and flip it around. You can do this with 2-inch. It'll end up being a 2-inch little album if you want. You can do a 4-inch and only have 4 squares. Actually, I'd have to play with that 4-inch thing, but 2-inch would definitely work. You wouldn't have much pages for the 4-inch. I definitely will try that. So I'm going to go all the way down, stop at that last score line. Don't pass the score line. And then I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing again. I'm making sure I'm on that score line. I like to make sure before I cut. Okay. And then go all the way, and of course, again, stop at the score line. There we go. So now it looks like this, okay? So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your pages, you're gonna create your pages by folding this all together, okay? Okay, sorry y'all, I had to stop for a sec. My battery was dying. I had to plug in my phone. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is this bottom corner, you're going to fold it back, okay? And then the next one, when you get to the next score line, you're going to fold it forward, okay? And then you're going to get over here to this next one. You're going to fold it backward, okay? So now it's looking like this, okay? So now for this one, you're going to fold it forward, okay? Now I'm going to fold it back. I'm going to fold it forward. Now I'm at the bottom of that row, fold it backward. Now for this one, I'm going to fold my pretty sides together, fold it back, fold it forward, fold it back. Now I've got one more row, fold it forward, making sure everything's lined up, backward, forward, and backward. How easy was that? Okay. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to create an album. I want to make sure that my pink pieces are going to be all together. Okay. So I want to make sure my pink ones are going to be what's inside, or the pages that I do see. Okay. So that is what I'm going to have, because I don't want to have white on the outside. So if I did it over here, I'd have all this white. Now, if I folded it the other way, it might allow me to create more pages. Let's try. Where I have the white on the outside. Let's see if I flip it over and see if it allows me to be able to have more pages. Okay, holding it backward and forward. So you can just decide which side you want. All you got to do is flip it over and let me see. Now I see the white. I think that allowed me to create more pages for my book by doing that, because I want the pretty pink to show. I'm going to leave it like this one. So I hope that made sense for you. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to be sealing up some of these pages here, because you want to make pockets for them. So this is going to be our front. So we're not going to seal this one. But this right here, we want to seal this part up. So I'm going to take my glue. And I'm going to glue down one side and down the bottom. And then I'm going to glue those two together, get those pressed together. So now I've now created my first pocket, okay? So now if you've got, or my first page actually, and I've left the top so I can make it a pocket. So now I have this one, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on the sides. Okay, and then I'm going to get those sealed up. Okay, so now I've created my next page. So by me flipping it over, it is allowing me to have more pages. So now I've got one page, two page. Now I'm on the next one, so I need to open it up. And so you're going to kind of see how you want it. So I'm going to put my glue on the side, and I'm going to put my glue on the bottom. And there I go. So now I've got one page, 2, 3, 4, okay? So the fourth one is all glued. And actually this one is not open on the top. I'm gonna stick some glue down here because I don't see a need to have that one open. Let me stick some glue in there. There, now that one's just closed up. So now I'm gonna open it, or fold my page over. So now for this one, it's sealed at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up, and I'm just going to add my glue along the bottom and sides and get that folded. Okay, so now I'm going to go over one more. Now I'm at this page, and as you see, it opens up like this, so I know I need to glue the bottom and the side. Okay, get that down. So now I have this page. Here we go, we've got our pages. Now I'm at this one, so I know for this one, I know that I want to just glue the sides together so it's open at the top. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And now that one's glued together, okay? So now we're down to our last page. So all we're going to do is glue this bottom and the side. Get that folded over. And now we've officially glued all our pages together. Isn't that so simple? So simple. Okay, now we're going to make a quick cover for this, okay? The nice thing is you can make this like as flat mail, and you could send it and just decorate. You can put little pictures if you're sending it to a loved one or something, some little pictures, and it could be a little mini little birthday card out of one piece of paper, y'all. Let's put that to the side. Okay, so I'm going to grab me a piece of chipboard. Let me see what I've got over here. So this is a 3, but this ends up being 3 by 3. So I know I'm going to need two pieces of chipboard that are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So let me grab my paper trimmer. I have a paper trimmer that I used for chipboard. That's this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see. Okay, I'm going to see how big that is. So I'm going to do my pages are 3, so I'm going to do 3 1/4. So I'm going to cut at 3 1/4. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it over and cut it again, just so I can get this apart. The chipboard that I'm using is medium weight chipboard that I got on Amazon. Okay, so now that's 3 1/4. So now by me doing that, it just makes it a little bit larger than my page, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing. I need a 3 1/4. Flip it over. So I had a message the other day on my channel from Annette, I believe is her name. She and her daughter, Olivia, watch my videos. They live in Canada. Well, y'all, the other day it was Olivia's birthday, and Olivia's mom said that Olivia just wanted to watch my videos for her birthday. I thought that was absolutely the most sweetest thing ever, is for her to say that's what she wants to do on her birthday. So happy birthday, Olivia. I know it's a few days late, but happy birthday, sweet girl, and thank you for always watching my videos. And y'all, find it in your heart to wish sweet Olivia happy birthday. Drop it in the comments below. Yes, yeah, I mean, that's just the sweetest thing ever. Okay, so now I've got my 2 pieces of chipboard. They're going to become my cover. They're going to become my sweet little hard cover here. Okay, so let's get these covers. Move this one out of the way. So I'm gonna grab the paper and see which one I would like to do for the front. Let's see here. I do like this hooray, and I think I'm going to go with it. That was easy. I think it's a darling paper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, I'm just going to cut my paper. I think I'm going to do like, maybe I'll do like just 4 by 4. How about that? I think 4 by 4 will work. So you're going to need 2 pieces at 4 by 4. Okay. Okay, move these out of the way. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make sure, since I'm using a directional print, I want to make sure that it's going to look correct, and I'm going to add my pieces of chipboard right down in the center. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue. And let's see here. Okay, kind of center it up. I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. center it up the best you can. I'm going to use my brayer tool, get that pressed down. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper and kind of fold the edges and work those paper. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to miter my corners. Don't go all the way to the chipboard. Leave a little bit, okay? Miter your corners. Okay. Now I'm going to take my glue, shoot it down on the side here, and I'm going to glue my paper to the back of my chipboard. Okay. I like to take my brayer tool because that really helps it. Well, most of the time it helps it get it down there. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to do the opposite side. Okay. Press these down. Okay. So now it's looking good there. So I'm gonna do my other sides. Press in my corners. Fold this over. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this other part right here, and then I'll officially have it covered. Okay. And there we go. So now I have that covered. I'm going to do the other one and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got both of my pieces covered. They look really good. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to adhere them to the front and back of the book, but first you're going to put your seam binding in the middle. I've added my tape on here as well. That way when I put my cover, it's ready to go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, we know this is going to be the front. Okay, or you can flip it over. It doesn't really, well, it does matter. You want your pockets at the front. So, I mean at the top. So I've got my pockets there. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize some seam binding. And I have some little white and some pink, because this is kind of girlish to me. So you can't go wrong with that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my seam binding. And let me find the end. Okay, so I'm going to take my seam binding and just kind of wrap it around so I know how long I want to make it. So I can make both of my pieces the same length. Okay, so I'm going to add that. I'm going to grab my pink one, cut it the same. So that's all I need for that. So now for my seam binding, I'm going to also go ahead and add a piece of tape going down the center. It kind of helps me to be able to anchor it. And look at that, I tore it. Luckily, it's only the back of the paper. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing, just a little piece down the center. I'm making sure that my pockets are still at the top. Peel off my tape. I'm going to find my center of my seam binding. So you know your center is going to go to this where the spine is. Take it and press it down. And I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same thing for the back and just kind of pull this tight. Make it flat. And there we go. So now I've got my seam binding. I'm going to add my next one. So I'm just going to add a little tad of glue, just so I can anchor this one down. take my other piece, find my center. I really think that you can make these fairly fast. If you want to make a bunch of these and have them in your stash, then when someone is having a birthday or, you know, anniversary or whatever, depending on the paper that you're using, you know, you can just have them in your stash and you'd be able to send out little books to friends or family. I think it'd be so cute. Okay, so make sure my seam binding is straight. That press down. Okay, so there we go. And now I'm going to take, what I'm going to do is take this, I'm going to put this on the front. And then put my back piece. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. And I'm going to add my glue on my paper. The reason I'm not adding it to the cover is because the cover overlaps a little bit or hangs off the edge. So that, okay, so there we go. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to flip it over just so I can see it, and I want to make sure, okay, I've got my seam bindings on the left. I want to make sure my paper is right where it needed to be. I'm going to center it up the best that I can, and when I like where it's at, I'm going to press down. So now I officially have my cover. Look at that, how sweet. Oh, that's cute. That's so cute. And then now I'm going to do the same thing for the back. Peel this off. Add my glue. And you wonder, why do you put tape and glue? Just extra stability. I like it. It's just up to you. You do you, and I'll do me. Okay, now I'm going to take my other piece, and I want to line them up. Make sure I got my hoorays going the right way. I'm going to try to line my front and back together. That looks good. That's cute. Oh, this one is super darling. Take my brayer tool, get these things pressed down in here. Look at my sweet, sweet, sweet extra sweet book. Now you want to make sure that this gets good and dry back here. See how mine pulled up? I'm giving myself ample glue right here where this spine is until it's good and dry. Okay, so I'm going to use my brayer tool in there. See how much I can get that pressed down. So you want to make sure it adheres really well. Look at that. That's so cute. Okay, while that dries, let's see if we can make put a little something on the cover. Okay, so I pulled out some of these little things. I've got some happy birthday ones. And I also thought, since this is kind of girlish, I've got this one that says birthday girl, and I thought I could maybe use my punch and punch out that circle. So let's see how that will work. Okay, I'm just gonna see, and I've got my 2.5 inch punch. I'm hoping, okay, I might have to cut this down just a little bit because I want to try to see how centered I can get this. Okay, it's going to be, that circle is actually, it is actually 2.5 inches, so that's perfect. Okay, once I get it as close as I can, nothing is going to be perfect here. I'm just trying to line up the little scallop things the best that I can. Okay, I keep moving it, so I'm going to make sure. Okay, so there we go. I'm a little off there. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. I'm going to put that in there, and this would be cute on the front. And then I have some other little happy birthday stuff in here. So that would be very cute. Okay, so I got a birthday cake, would be super darling. So how cute. Look at these pages, y'all. Okay, this one kind of stuck. Look at these pages in this book. Okay, I've got one right here that I need to glue down. So I missed gluing this one. Actually, no, I don't. It just stuck together. There we go. Scared me for a minute. Okay, now I got my pages. Make sure I didn't glue anything down again. There we go. So that's cute. So now I've got my birthday girl here. That's darling. Let me see what else I can do. So I can do birthday girl and add that on. And then I could use, I'm thinking the birthday cake would be cute. If I can get this, I might have to not cut it as a circle. I might just cut it. Oh, that will be good. Just like that. And then, yeah, I like that. Okay, so I think this is going to have to go up here. So I'm going to go put it off sideways a little bit. And then this one is going to go here. Actually, not sideways. It's not going to fit. Go up here. Then I'll add this one here. See how I had to go up because the cake would have covered it. But the cake is so cute. Okay, so look at that. That's cute. Let me see what else I got over here. Let's see what these look like. Hooray for cake. But that's actually too big to fit on here. Let's just try some of these cute little stars. Okay. Super, super cute. I like this. This is just darling. So you guys can make this so simply. Just bring out your paper, make sweet little books, and oh, I got another one. Let's add it. But just make sweet little books for any occasion. And it'd just be so cute. And it's just so fun. Okay, I got a couple more, so let's go for it. I know I'm going crazy on my little stars here, but they're awfully darling. I've got one more big one here. The big one. I'm going to put it like right here. No, the big one ain't going to do it. Let's go back to a little one, y'all. So I think that this would be good. This would be good for birthdays. It'd be good to send. And look at this. And all the little fun things that you could put in here. Put some cut-aparts, little sayings and so forth. Add some things down in the pockets. You can notch out your pockets at the top if you like. But how cute is this? This is so cute. It would be just so darling to send out. This keeps grabbing there. But this would be so cute just to send out to your friends or whatever. And how sweet is this? So all you're going to do in the inside is you're just going to add things on your pages and decorate it up, and that's it. You've got yourself a sweet, sweet little book. Now, if you want to notch, I think I'm not going to notch because I might choose not to put anything in the pockets, but if you want to notch those, go for it and just decorate your pages up any way you like. And then all you're going to do to close it is add your seam binding or tie your seam binding. Let me get a good bow here. That's so cute. Look at that. Isn't that just so darling? I love this so much. It turned out just precious, 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 precious. I love it. Anyway, that is it. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I am going to now do a little cleaning up in my craft room, and I might run an errand or two and then come back where it's cool. That's what I think I might do. But how fun would this be? Make yourself a little envelope to put it in, or if you want to, just utilize like a little clear bag or something like that. That would be darling. Add some confetti down in the little clear bag and send it to someone that you love. And it would be a super sweet little way to make a little mini birthday card. Anyway, that is it. And by the way, Olivia, if you're watching, tell your mother to send me an email with your address, and I'll send this to you because it was your birthday. So anyway, that's it, y'all. Olivia, I'm going to put my email address, and Annette, I'll put my email address below. And if you watch and got all the way to the end, send me an email with your address, and I will send this to you in the mail since you're the birthday girl. Anyway, have a great day, y'all. Love you so, so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.